We had a really great time in Gros Morne National Park. There were so many trails to hike. We had such a good time, but we had to move on because ahead of us, we still had the Great Northern Peninsula to see.
Today is our last day at National Park. We're going to this cove lighthouse. Enjoy your walk. Happy shades. Caution, cliff area. There's stairs here. Looks like they rope it up. We go this way. Oh, this rock has a name. This is another cute sign. It's a nice day.
It's actually not that nice. It's rather foggy. You can't see the islands very well. So Belldowns Island is that strip of rock over there. And then over to your left, you can just get Steering Island.
Probably that one, the little one.
Well, it's a strip of island. Long strip bit.
Oh, surprise, surprise, surprise. Look at that. Lighthouse. It's right there in the woods. There's definitely no light in there.
The lighthouse was built of cast iron in 1909 and was used until 1979. The first lamps ran by kerosene and were replaced in 1931 by propane. Picture that.
So the old lighthouse looks like a...
Well, that's before they restored it.
Oh no, that's not wood.
It was just rusty metal, and
Yeah.
they've restored it and painted it. Oh, and look, it's gone rusty again since 2002.
Oh. Yeah, you can see the rusty there.
Yeah.
But those trees, the later on grow.
They can't have been there. Because it would make no sense to hide a lighthouse in the woods.
Nobody can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another board. Home, sweet home.
Kaya seems to really be enjoying this trail, although she just turned around. Oh, she was just checking to see if Mom was going to catch up. She's been hunting under things, and she has plant ooze all on her ears. But this trail is really nice. I mean, it's really rich with vegetation, and the trees are there giving a bit of shelter. It just cuts down the wind, although wind isn't a problem today. Oh, there's a little brook, or creek, or stream, or ditch. And there's Jenny catching up, and Kaya saying, okay, yes, that's close enough, I can go on.
There's another one. Be one with nature. There's another one. Smile. Look at this rock. It's wet.
I was trying to decide for this tree here, with this huge great piece of something going horizontal, where does the root start And where does the trunk end? Maybe it's at ground level? That might make sense because it all looks the same. And then it's up against all that rock. Oh, that was neat.
Here is the island lookout. You don't see much because foggy. Why you have to be quiet to tell Kaya sit? Kaya doesn't sit on the bench.
Yeah.
She thinks you're gonna carry her cushion. Yeah, Kaya need to be treated like a royalty. Bumblebee happy. Okay, have a nice day. So that must be the end. So yesterday we left Gros Morne National Park and camped at the trailhead.
Wanderer's Peak Trail.
Wanderer's Peak Trail. We didn't do the trail, and today we came to Parsons Pond and to get water. So there's spring water here, and also mosquitoes.
Yeah.
David loves the spring water here. He doesn't like those filtered water. I can't tell the difference. This is called a 3 Mile Rock.
After camping at a trailhead, we then drove to a place to get spring water, and now we're at Arches Provincial Park. We're going to go down and look at this rock that has these hollows in it. This was actually a very popular place to camp in the parking lot. And so that centerpiece there collapsed since they established the park. So let's look at these arches. Now what do you bet? At some point eons ago, that was an arch too. And there's a arch. Let's go take a look at it. So the water right now is coming to halfway through the arch, but the wet from high tide was all the way out to almost the front of the arch. So this must have been really soft rock in here for it to erode and leave the arch. Oh, is there not a desktop image on some computer? It's a bit like this. It sure looks familiar. It looks very familiar. And then the next time I see that, I'll be able to say, oh, I've been there. I bet it's Windows, yeah. Okay, let's go take a look at the next one.
Here's the second arch. This one looks bigger. This one looks bigger. Oh.
Oh, look at that. 2 arches. It's double. Oh, yeah. This is quite impressive. And now moving over to the last arch, the used to be arch. Yep, it's now a little field of boulders.
What a day.
Oh, really? There's another one there.
So it features 3 large rocks arches by 1,000 years of tidal action and wave erosion from Gulf of St. Lawrence. These arches originally fall until when collapsed. So the RVs here.
They were all camped last night except us.
Yeah, we didn't. I just thought this here is too busy. This busy.
It was.
Well, right now it's still busy,
Well,
so
it's still
it is.
busy, but now it's daytime, so it should be busy.
This is the last rock. Maybe here has another arch. That's too wide from that rock to this rock. So here is from this side, walk to the other side of the arch. Oh, you guys gonna hide there?
Yeah. And look at that, it's an arch.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to go through there. I have to go through on hands and knees.
I'm gonna take mommy here. Ha!
Kaya, lead Mum through the arch. Oh, she's going to do it at a squat, like limbo. Aha! Yeah, she made it. Well, this is easy for Kaya. It's a Kaya-sized arch. There we go.
See how far you can go.
Oh boy. This is like, oh yeah. There we go.
Oh, nice. We're walking to the last one.
Oh gosh, I'm standing in a window screensaver.
We're gonna climb another arch. Be safe. How can you get done?
Climbed up to the top of the arches, and I wasn't the first, so I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. There's paths up here, so I'm going to walk up to this part up here, which is the highest. I guess this was the year of the last 1,000 when it was going to collapse and I was up here. It'd be very embarrassing and dangerous. Okay, so this is the actual highest spot on this rock. So let's take a look at the view out to the ocean from here, and this is a very overcast day. Very comfortable for hiking. I've got grass edge there. We're looking out over the St. Lawrence towards Quebec, but it's too far away to see anything. Okay, we parked Little Gray here because as we were approaching this town, they had a cove called No Name Cove. I'm assuming this is the town. Oh, by the way, and I can see in the distance there a cell tower. It's always a big draw. But it's a rainy day, and I didn't dare step out until the rain stopped, and now it's a little less misty, but on that little, this is an island just beyond the end of the spit. There's a house, a shed, and a lighthouse. And then here, this is the end of the spit, and you can see where there's actually another island there, but you could walk over to it. And then lots of waves out there, so that all protects No Name Cove. And then there's a beacon up here, I guess is because the lighthouse is on an island and this you could crash into by mistake. So this is where we stopped today. So we've got high winds right out at the end of this pier, or peninsula. beating rain against the back door and window. And I've been monitoring this area. We already had to do some polyfilling here where the beam was leaking water and it was getting the bed wet. So we learned how to put the dog towel around the mattress right at the beam there, so any dribbles coming down would be absorbed and the mattress would stay dry. Currently we're getting just in that crack down there, we're getting a tiny bit of water dribbling down. Partly I know what's going on. This thing was put in and maybe it's not quite gripping perfectly in this corner, so some water's getting in. I have to obviously address that, but not in the rain. This is one of those things that happens. You've got a heavy rainstorm and a little bit of water coming in, and basically we just have to absorb it. Anything that dribbles down past the bed, actually the way the van's designed, it just goes out on the back bumper and dribbles onto the floor. So all that we have to do is to get it by the bed without it soaking in. Meanwhile, we're getting lunch ready, and looking past the light at the fan, it closed itself because the rain sensor went off.
We have a stir fry when it's a raining day. Chicken breast with the mushrooms and the fungus and the cabbage.
We're going to try Kaya at eating seaweed, which she finds so often down at the beach, but this is dehydrated seaweed that we bought. When she puts her head down, that means it's not as good as meat, but
No.
yeah, she ate the whole lot. Wow.
It's really windy here. There's a no-name cove. And we decided to move inland a little bit. So rolling after this is hard. Even Kaya doesn't want to go out. Kaya's like this. What are we gonna do?
Okay, I guess this kind of didn't work.
She needs pee.
It's got this spillover here.
Oh no!
Oh, yes.
What is this?
Oh, I know. Okay, we'll try it this way.
Yeah, today is not very nice, but we did it. When we got up, it was nice though.
It was very nice until we took off after breakfast. And then we went through a lot of heavy rain. And then it changed into very heavy wind out in the end of No Name Cove, the peninsula beside it, leading out to the lighthouse. So we left because of the wind, and now we're only 100 meters inland. Wind is not rocking the car much at all.
There's a onion cove. It's still on the tip.
Oh.
But I don't think we want to go today because
It's just going to be more of this.
the wind's too strong at the cove.
And anyway, I just got the perfect miserable scene today. It's that island with the lighthouse and the shed and the house. It looked like it was abandoned. Just sitting out there, right out from the end of the peninsula. In the mist and that, it just looked so incredibly dreary. I couldn't stop photographing it.
Oh, I don't think anybody lived there.
No, because if you looked at the side, it looked like the siding wasn't kept up.
We're on the 430, part of the biking trail. Hopefully we can make to St. Anthony. Yeah, suddenly Tim Hortons comes up.
28 kilometers.
Hey.
So that's Vineland, Newfoundland.
Actually, we drove all the way to St. Anthony. It was heavy rain and windy, so we got here. St. Anthony is big enough they have Tim Hortons. Yeah, we're going to Tim Hortons for breakfast.
We stopped at Foodland in St. Anthony. We drove about half an hour and arrived at Meadows National Historic Site, which was located on the northern tip of Newfoundland's Great Northern Peninsula.
What do you want to see?
So the Vikings came from Norway, right? So this is the only authenticated settlement that's left. That's been authenticated. So this is the only authenticated Viking landing site and base camp. This is right at the north end of the Great Northern Peninsula in Newfoundland. This is where the Vikings came. They're the first ones. Before Cook, Cabot.
Guy wants a picture? That's right. Just going this very easy walk.
This is a replica sod house which resembles Norse architecture in Greenland and Iceland, with turf walls and a wooden frame. This little room. See the rafters there, even though there's way too much light coming in. I hate to think what's back here. Ah. Okay.
Who's gonna be that short? I don't think this is a bedroom. Oh, yeah, it is.
Jenny, 1,000 years ago, people weren't 6 feet tall.
Yes, sure.
And that is actually 5 and something.
So you close it and you
They had
sleep?
to, yeah, in other words, they slept in a cupboard. Oh, neat. Yeah, this one's got the doors open. Yeah, neat.
Isn't that lovely? Now, see? I like it when folks bring their animals around. There we go. All the same, we may have to get a bigger pot though, all the same. You think so? No, okay, that's okay. That's okay. You keep it to yourself, then that's all right. I suppose.
That's where they kept the rum. Oh, yeah.
Chippy hit like this. It's a woman's job to make a man look good.
Yes.
Sometimes she's got a lot to work with, and more times she's got a lot of work. See, I do.
Hair's all tangly.
So they're carving out a hole here.
No.
Wow, and I guess that's used for starting fires. The whole building is grass roof. I mean, sticks to hold it up. I guess that keeps it cool in there. Oh, a shed. And so the walls are made with these pieces of sod that have been cut into brick-like shapes. Oh, Kaya, what are you noticing?
Oh, these are not bricks. So
They're
they're
not bricks. They're cut out of...
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why Kaya can smell them.
Yeah. What do you think, Kaya? What do you think?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
The mice there. Lots. Now let's come to this one.
Okay. Okay. This is better. Yeah, and there's no fire going in this one, unattended.
It's nobody will attend this.
Oh yeah, you can certainly see all the sticks used to make the roof. So this is a reconstruction of a 1,000-year-old building.
They
Very
didn't
often-
have a hammer like that.
I'm confused about that. Yeah, not 1,000 years ago.
What
I
is
think
that though? Those-
bellows.
What's a bellows?
Bellows to blow air in the fire to make it
Oh,
hotter,
yeah.
to get your metal hot so you could bang it into shape. That was probably coal on the fire when they were doing that. I just found the back window to get a breeze if it ever gets warm in there. So far, it's the middle of summer and they've got fires running inside the building. I'm wondering if this is an old version, an ancient version of a lighthouse. Maybe this is a model. But rope onto a platform, go up the stairs to the top, and then light a fire on there.
That's very windy and you can see, but it's pretty. It's not hot, it's not cold. You can see the national red chairs over there. Yeah, they're on the national chairs waiting for a picture taking.
So we're in a seaside restaurant having fish platter and fish and chips. So this very, very calm thing that looks like a lake is actually the very end of a huge fjord that comes right in from the ocean. So it's calm, but it's still, when you launch a boat and drive away, you're going out to the ocean.
Cheers.
The Viking mule as an aperitif. Aha. You like that, what was it about the rum? Iceberg rum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ordered the fish burger platter. It's here.
And I got fish and chips.
Yeah. This is in Newfoundland. Some people is in the winter coat. We're in the
Short sleeve shirt. So we parked at Cape Onion. Little Gray's parked by the cemetery. We looked at this tree. This tree is very interesting. It's growing on its side. It's just so windy here and there's so much splatter from the ocean, it cannot go up. So this is what it's facing. So Kaya's dog walk is here today, this afternoon.
kayak climbing. Yesterday she had the 0 day. So today she's in full advantage. Barely has anybody here. I don't think there's a trail. Right now we're on the very top of this Cape Onion. It's here blue breeze. These islands. The little islands. Beautiful.
Look at the way that strip of rocks over there stops the waves coming in. It's all calm.
Yeah, or deep. It's called Cape Onion.
So here's our view of the front window of camping tonight. This was a really great campsite near the sea, and behind us there was a view out to sea. Now the road is up here, it's paved, gravel at the top, but the reason it's here is for the cemetery. The spooky thing was, when I came out after dark, I found a couple of the gravestones had lit up. That got me kind of creeped out for a while, so I went and examined them, and people have put little lights at the gravestones. I guess they're solar powered or battery powered. They come on at night.
The next morning, we left Cape Onion and drove to Riley, a small fishing village located 29 kilometers northwest of St. Anthony. It has a population about 150.
Okay, now that's cool. A long dock out into the cove with sheds all along it. Okay, that is a business. Guided tours beyond that point only. And that's going out to the dock. Oh,
Kaya, you posing?
Kaya, can you pose here? Come on, pose. Pose, Kaya.
Kaya, pose. Yeah, good girl.
Girl. Right here. Pose. pose.
Yeah, she's
Good
doing
girl.
it. She's
Good
doing it.
girl. Good girl.
After we stopped at Riley, we decided to take Kaya to Burnt Cape Ecological Reserve for afternoon walk.
This is a really neat road. It's fairly smooth. It's just cut out right around the coast.
Because this is an ecological reserve.
Yes. So we drove along round to the other side of the cove. That rock sticking out of the end there was at the very end of where we were parked that morning.
We took Kaya for a walk at the reserve. You can probably hear that wind howling even it looked very nice day with blue sky. It's no joke out here. We were hiking through one of Canada's most unique landscapes. It was a battle against the elements to get to the end of this trail. Standing at the trail end, at the height of the tourist season, there was no one here.
I actually don't see a wheel there. Do you see a wheel? Did you see a wheel? She's looking. Okay, no wheel.
This place was like nowhere else on Earth. The limestone barrens looked almost lunar. The wind had been shaping this land for centuries, carving out caves and sculpting the cliffs.
I had to see it on top of this hill, the ecological reserve. I'm almost there. This is apparently a summit. Okay, Kaya, pose. Oh, there's Kaya at the summit. Oh, good girl. Well, we've come down from the peak of the mountain, and there's little Gray.
In fact, Gray is right at the coast.
So we're at the coast here. This is a pretty unique coast. It's just so low compared to the water.
Today is our last day in Newfoundland. This is a full last day. Tomorrow we're leaving. The longer you stay in the Newfoundland, the more you wanted to stay.
Yeah. Even on a wet day like this, it's still just a wet day like back home. But it's just no heat wave, no wildfire smoke.
That was a good stay, right?
Oh, that was an excellent spot. We had the entire ecological reserve to ourselves.
It's not the ecological reserve all ourselves, but we're at the door, not the.
Well, she's barely outside, but the thing is, there wasn't other people in all the other spots. We had the whole place to ourselves. And this is a cool piece of road. I mean, if the wave was a little bit too big coming in from the ocean, it would be all over the road. So I guess the cove protects it.
Purple garbage bin.
Okay, paved road.
Yellow garbage bin. Yesterday we stayed here in this RV park, and the weather was so bad. It was raining and windy. But then today is a beautiful day. Today we're leaving. This is the Shimbarber, and we're going to Blanc's Sablon. Right now we're just walking around. Here is the RV park. This Shimbarber is very small. You barely can see on the Google map. You have to really zoom in to see this name. This RV park is pretty good. The washroom and the kitchen and shower is very, very clean. Our ferry is 1 o'clock this afternoon, and our checkout time is 11, so it's perfect.
After yesterday's rather miserable, windy, wet, very rainy day, especially while we were driving, huge amounts of water. This morning is pleasant, relatively cold. We're just walking down to see the ferry terminal. Well, Kaya is very anxious because yesterday was a 0 day for her. Like sneaking out for a quick pee and then run right back in. This is the ferry terminal where we were sailing to Blanc's Sablon. You have to be here 2 hours before sailing, and our sailing was then delayed a further hour. It's a lot more comfortable when you're in an RV. And once we get there, we're going into Labrador, a very wild place. So this is our last day in Newfoundland. We're in the lineup for the ferry. It was delayed an hour, but the delay when I confirmed it this morning looked like it had gone away, but the problem was the cell coverage was bad enough that the phone wasn't receiving it on their website. So we're 3 hours in advance. They request 1, but we're nice and not front of the line, but we're like fourth back in the high vehicle lineup. And so what I'd say about Newfoundland, and we've been here 4 days less than 2 months. What I would say is it's a heaven for boondocking, for hiking. If you don't like it too hot, it's a heaven. If you like to find places where there's very few bugs in the summer, it's a heaven. The other thing is I always like to talk to locals when I'm in a place that I'm visiting that's not near home. In Alaska, everyone seemed to be visiting for the summer to work for the tourist industry. In Newfoundland, I found everybody was a Newfoundlander who we interacted with in touring. So I am very, very impressed with Newfoundland, and I hope to goodness we're not saying we tried hard to do everything we'll ever want to do and never come back. I think we'll probably want to come back again someday.
Gone, river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're gone. Hey, I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, feel the wind and watch the river run, and the sun would always shine. When we sat there, you and I, the river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're, river's gonna cry when you're gone.